Hey, what's up guys? How's it going? I figured I might switch things up today and show off my N64 collection. Now, one needs nothing much. I don't have Conker's Bad Fur Day or Super Bowling or Paper Mario or anything like that. Just a couple games. So enough bullshitting. Let's just get started. All right. Now, how would you have an N64 without Mario 64? I mean, this game is a classic. I mean, hell, I just got finished playing it a few minutes ago. Surprisingly enough, I still haven't beaten this game yet, but I'm working on it. This game is just a classic. It was launched for the system, released in 1996. It's just great. Now, of course, with Mario 64, you gotta have Mario Kart 64. Now, I gotta be honest, I'm kind of biased because I grew up with if I could grab it without knocking everything down, I grew up with this instead of this. But I will admit, both these games have their ups and downs. Both games have their positives, but unfortunately, I kind of grew up with this, so this game is what I'm more, I guess, nostalgic towards instead of this. But this is still good. My bad if I went on a small tangent, but either way. Another classic, Banjo-Kazooie. Now, I gotta be honest, I didn't like this game at first. I thought, it was a ripoff of Mario 64, but Banjo-Kazooie holds up in its own sort of ways. Instead of playing as one character, you play as two, Banjo and, Kazooie. Both characters have their, different aspects, but again, haven't beaten this one, but, well, I wouldn't say I'm working on it. I want to take my time with this game. Alright, Pokemon Snap. Now, I gotta be honest, I am not a Pokemon fan, not at all. But I heard this Pokemon game was a bit different, so I decided to, give it a chance. And it's boring but relaxing. You see right on a slow roller coaster, and your goal is to just stick pictures of Pokemon in the wild. I gotta be honest, boring concept, but hey, put this on, put on some lo-fi music, get some snacks, chill out. It's a good time. Alright, F-Zero X. Now, this is a dead series that Nintendo probably won't bring back, but this game is good for the most part. I mean, I gotta be honest, I haven't put too much time into this game, but it's great. Would I say it's better than the Super Nintendo counterpart? Probably not. But either way, this game's good. GoldenEye 64. Now, I know people are gonna kill me for this one, but I didn't have this back in the day. No, I had, again, if I could grab it without knocking everything down, I had this. Just like with Mario Kart 64. Both games have their positives, both games have their negatives. The only thing is I'm more nostalgic towards this. However, this game has some history too. I've heard multiple stories about, LAN parties, people losing friendships in multiplayer, the golden gun, stuff like that. Both games have their positives, but unfortunately, I grew up with this. Alright, Wave Race. Now, gotta be honest, this game is pretty good for the most part. I mean, graphically, this game kind of shines. I mean, I know people are gonna come here for this one, but most N64 games kind of look the same-ish. They're mostly platformers. Most N64 games don't really stick out, but this one kind of does, with the wave effects, driving jet skis and stuff like that. This game is good. Alright, gotta give a shout out to my boy Paul on this one. Yoshi's Story. He actually requested me to review this game a few months ago. He actually grew up with this back in the day. And I gotta be honest, I haven't put too much time into Yoshi's Story. I mean, I beat it once or twice, but that's about it. I mean, I will say this game does kind of stick out compared to the rest of the N64 library because, it's kind of 2D. Instead of using the joysticks, you use the D-pad and the C-sticks. This game kind of sticks out in that way, where you don't have to really use the joystick. I like that, but I feel like this game is meant to be like a more baby-ish game. I don't know. But this game is alright. Alright, Star Fox 64. I gotta be honest, this game is kind of decent. It has a good story, the controls are good. It's just overall a good game. Now, I know I've said this before, but people are definitely going to kill me for this one, but Pokemon Stadium. gotta be honest, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing in this game. As I've said before, I'm not a Pokemon fan, but I don't know what to do. I don't know how to battle Pokemon and stuff like that. And I gotta be honest, this is more of a impulse purchase. I was talking with a friend of mine at the store. She's like, "No way, Pokemon Stadium, you gotta get that," and I did. But yeah, Pokemon Stadium, it's okay. Speaking of okay games, Ready to Rumble Boxing. Now, let me just explain the train of thought I had with this. See, I have Ready to Rumble Boxing, but I thought, why get it on the most powerful hardware out for the time? You know, why get it for the Dreamcast, the most powerful system of that generation? Why not get it on a very, I guess, kiddie system? And yeah, I gotta be honest, I have not touched this game once. Well, I played it once just to test it, but that was about it. I have not put really any time into this game. Alright, South Park. Now, a lot of people say that this game is garbage, but I somewhat disagree. I mean, sure the game is kind of bad, but it's not outright garbage. Granted, it has its downsides. Yes, the controls are kind of wonky. Let's just be honest, this was South Park in the 90s. This was when the series had its, start. And I'm even surprised they have a video game at all, but yeah, the game just isn't that bad. Okay, Excitebike. As you can see, my copy is in not in the best condition, but I'm not really a fan of this game. To be honest, I'm thinking about selling a few games, but I'm not quite sure yet. But yeah, Excitebike, it's kind of mid, as a new kid would say, but it's just not really that good. And speaking of not good games, Star Wars. Gotta be honest, out of all the races I have for the N64, this is kind of the worst. Take away the Star Wars name taking it, I like it, but I don't know, I'm not a fan of this. But you know what I am a fan of? Donkey Kong. Now this game a lot of people hate on, but I disagree. Sure this game overdoes the collecting aspect, sure it has too many characters and this and that. I get that to an extent. But this game is good. It's good for the most part. Now, God, this is gonna be corny, but I guess to wrap this up in a extreme way, here we have the Tony Hawk games. Now, a lot of people seem to hate the N64 port of these classic games, but I disagree. It's just like the PS1 games, except you don't use the joystick, you use the D-pad and the C buttons, and it's not that bad. I would say the only downside is you need like a expansion port or something to save the games, but that's about it. And I mean, yeah, these games are good. Now, I will say, does it do well against the PS1 counterpart? No, but these games still hold up well in their own aspects. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that's all the games I have. My bad if I went on a few tangents or went on for too long about a certain game. My apologies for that, but I like the N64. It was a console that was just before my time. I didn't get to experience the console during its heyday, so I got to experience it in a retro aspect. Now, for the people that grew up with the N64, hey, tell me down in the comments, what was playing the N64 like back in the 90s? What was it like playing it back in the day against the behemoth that was the PS1? What was Mario 64 like to Crash Bandicoot? Or hell, if you were a Sega Saturn guy, tell me what the N64 was like against the Sega Saturn. I don't know. Just tell me what it was like playing the N64 back in the 90s. I'd like to know, but hey. Well, ladies and gentlemen, like, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, Nourish, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. Peace.
Say something to you right now that I've never said to another living soul in my life. And how you doing?